Hey, what's up? My name is Mahdee Gill. I basically just wanted to kind of make a quick video to give a little description of who I am, what I do, and a lot of the reasons why I do what I do. So I'm what they pretty much call a non-traditional student. That's somebody who's not between the age of 18 and 24. I'm 39. I dropped out of school when I was 17. I went and got a GED at the age of 33. And I had ran into a few little bumps on the way after then. I had the loss of my oldest brother at the time. Kind of just put me on a down spiral for a couple of years. And after just like thinking about man, if my brother was alive, I know he would tell me, man, you need to get back to what you was doing. So I just got back on that road to academia because I knew it could take me to the places that I wanted to go in life. The goals I had set for myself, I knew that if I wanted to see those goals, I needed to get a college education. Obviously, there are many ways, many roads that a person can take to get to whatever their goals are. They may not always be through the halls of academia. As far as higher education is concerned, it may be through the industrial method, such as air conditioning, refrigeration, electrician, carpentry, on and on, such barbering, cosmetology, because all of these things are very viable skills that can provide a very good livelihood for anybody. So a little bit more about me is like I said, I dropped out at 17, and pretty much from 17 to 33, I just was living a hustler's life, selling dope, selling, weed, whatever, crack, just out on the streets, not really having no desire, just living that lifestyle that we see glamorized a lot of the time, chasing money, chasing girls, just going through life aimless with no real goal other than just superficial things that really meant nothing, so unfortunately I wind up getting in trouble, becoming one of the many people who have a lot of barriers, such as being labeled a felon, and finding out the hard way that a lot of things are not attainable for some people who may find themselves in that position. But I truly believe with hard work, a lot of that can be overcome, but I'm not naive enough to sit here and believe that change has to come from within our political system, our legal system, our economic system, and as well within the parameters of social justice. And I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest proponent of social justice because I don't see it as something that's enforceable. But at the same time, I cannot deny the validity that social justice is an awakening to society, because the three things I mentioned, the political aspect, legal aspect, academic aspects, those are all shaped by societal views. So I am coming into the realization that social justice does matter, it does play a part, and that I believe that all of the aforementioned factors that I've just spoke on, when they're juxtaposed correctly, we can see a lot of real change come about in a lot of people's life. And that's something that I'm passionate about, that's something that I believe in, and that's something that I pursue every day. And I make this video basically just to kind of make as an upliftment to a lot of people who may be out there dealing in the sea of inferiority, battling with inadequacy, worry, doubts. These are real concerns, and a lot of the obstacles that people who have found themselves, being almost ostracized and marginalized by the system that we live within here, these are real obstacles, and these can crush dreams. They can present immense perplexities to people. And I just want to say that whoever you might be out there, that you have to work hard for what you want. You have to work 3 times as hard for what you want, because unfortunately we're already in a society that has values that have been shaped for a very, very long time. So that's just something that it's really hard to deal with. But through progress, that's may have to be achieved incrementally, and I'm not a big proponent of incremental change, but I do recognize that some is better than absolutely none, and that it has to start within us, and we have to make a collaboration with those around us, those in our local city halls, in our local schools, at our local businesses. We reach out to these different individuals and different companies on a personal level and let them understand that you are a person. You're not an offense. You're a person. You're not a booking number or an indictment or an affidavit. And that this is one of the greatest countries in the world based on the fact that we have taken people from all over the globe and accepted them as who they are. So we have to embrace that just as much, and maybe even a little bit more, for our own. We can't just continue to act like it doesn't exist. It's all their own fault. And on the same token, the people who have found themselves in these predicaments, you have to equip yourself with some new skills, some new abilities, and you have to embrace a positive attitude and understand that some of this is our own dealing, and we're going to have to work 3 or 4 times as hard to make this thing work out. But at the same time, it can't not work optimally without a true, sincere collaboration from our local politicians, our local business owners, many of the corporations that root and ground a lot of our cities and towns and parishes and municipalities that we live in. These things have to be acknowledged. You know, the halls of academia have to begin to teach these concepts and understand that, hey, we've made policies in the United States of America for the last 30 years that have, I can't think of a good adjective right now, but that have just immensely impacted hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Americans. And to sit here and ignore it is not to be given an education. We would not be presenting real academic concepts, real things that people go to college, as well as high school, middle school, elementary school. These things should be taught to give a true understanding of how our society interacts and what is going on. So I don't want to go too long. I just wanted to kind of hit a few bullet points right there and just kind of give up some encouragement to a lot of people that I know who are out there in these predicaments, in these situations, that it is possible. You can overcome obstacles, but you have to first believe in yourself and believe that it can be done. And you do have to fight hard for that. And you have to approach this thing very strategically, you know, with a certain kind of mannerism, a certain kind of humility, you know. We don't have to be a victim forever. We can become a survivor. We're still here, you know, we're not sleeping in our graves. We're not doing life in prison, you know, so there are still opportunities available to us. So that's what I wanted to share. I wish peace and love to everybody out there, and I hope everybody has a great day, and that's all I got to say right now. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.